Yes, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You already know what time it is, but this time it is coming with a twist because we all know it's the end of the year. We'll be doing a recap of the biggest Nigerian songs that rocked everywhere, especially the E-Splash Top 10 Countdown. Joining us on the show this afternoon to break all of this down is a music, pop culture journalist, critic, and analyst who is also the host of Facts Only, as well as a senior writer for Pulse Nigeria. Guys, welcome Motolani Alake to the show.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me, guys.
Some people don't like him on a particular social media platform. So welcome to the show. So we'll be doing this together, breaking down most of the songs. I know you might not agree with some of the songs we have on our top 10. What we did is just pick out songs from that chattered the whole lot throughout the year on the countdown, but you just tell us what you think about it. Okay. So we're starting straight up. Our number 10, ladies and gentlemen, is Joe Boy, and this one is titled Sip. This video right here has spent 9 weeks on the countdown, and of course it peaked at number 2.
Yeah.
That was the highest it went to. Joe Boy Sip. What do you think about this? Number 10.
Fantastic record. The first time I heard this record was like a few months before it came out. Amazing record. I think it should be slightly higher.
That's it?
I really think so.
Oh, wow.
I think it should be slightly higher. I think that record was so big that everywhere you looked, it was everywhere. It was on social media, it was on radio, it was on TV, everybody was talking about it on social media. The record is amazing. The guy that produced it, probably his biggest record of the year, arguably. Not, don't quote me there. Probably, yeah. So I think so. I think it might even be Joe Boy's biggest. It is Joe Boy's biggest record of the year.
I said, baby. Beginning
of the year.
Okay, yeah.
Of the year.
Show me. Show me.
Show me. Nah, not close. Not even close.
Nah.
Not close. Not
and then this song had a different challenges on social media. So
that's challenges, by the way.
That also helped it.
So
I was about to have a problem with the title when people thought it was alcohol.
Yeah.
I feel like that could have done something with the song. Like, it could have been like a promoting alcohol type thing. For the now said, well, the title is actually Sip. You think
what did they do?
Yes.
I'm not sure this is the right place to say it.
Yeah.
My opinion about censorship in Nigeria is very well documented. I have big problems with censorship. I don't understand why we censor certain things that are harmless. Because it's like the idea of protecting morality. You want to be the purveyors of morality. But the problem is, what exactly is morality? Alcohol. Your children are going to hear alcohol in school. It's going to be in their English textbook. So why are we censoring those things?
Yeah. And then by the time it's censored on radio and on TV, and then they go to apps to download it, it's there. Boom.
Bro, literally. Even the sip, alcohol is in brackets. So what are you changing? I don't understand.
So, ladies and gentlemen, number 10 on the E-Splash Top 10 Countdown for this year, we have Joe Boy, and this one is titled Sip. Let's go. I sip my
All right, beautiful people, welcome back. Thank you so much for staying with us. This is still the E-Splash Top 10 Countdown. And as you can see, we're doing it with a twist today. We have a guest who is going to break down all the songs and tell us what he thinks. So right now, we're on the number 9 spot, and this song occupying that spot is Ricardo Banks with Ozumba Mbadiwe. This video has spent 6 weeks on the chart, you know, and it's even peaked at number 1 just last week. But, well, let's just hear what he has to say. What do you think about this?
Fantastic record. Shout out to Pre-Prime who produced it.
Yeah.
Did a madness towards the end of the bit. Brought Ricardo Banks back. But the guy never really goes away, does he?
So,
I mean, every time you think he's coming down.
Yeah, the old Wizkid collaboration, that song didn't work. That song didn't work. So we felt, he said it's like, you people, they find me wanting.
But the thing is, before he released this record, although those records weren't big, they're beautiful records. The record with Paka Igile, such an amazing record. The record with the UK boy that grew up in Ibadan, what's his name again?
Kidakud.
Needmore Kidakud's amazing record as well. He has a knack for creating quality records, but when they don't enter, they just don't enter. But apparently this one entered. I don't
Number 9, biggest songs of the year?
Nah.
Why? On the countdown?
I would have left that honorable mentions.
Oh, wow. Okay. This song was conscious.
Well,
Was conscious and had double entendre.
I knew you were going there.
I like that.
He just had
I like that. Yeah, it did. Quality of, we're not judging the quality of records, we're judging performance, commercial performance. I'll probably have left it there. I think Ozumba and Badiwe has not peaked yet. I don't think so. I think Ozumba and Badiwe is still going to get to a level. I think we're going to see, it's going to be like maybe KPK, for example. Kupoke was huge in December, but the best performance of KPK was Q1 2021. I think that's what's going to happen with Ozumba and Badiwe. As people discover it, the numbers are going to keep getting better. So that's what I think.
Yes,
Are you saying Ricardo Banks keep going or just stop?
Oh, you can't stop.
Okay.
You can't stop. You cannot stop. I'm just saying the record, in terms of like the records that we've seen this year, a lot of them have peaked. Like High, for example, was probably released around the same time as Ozumba and Badiwe, but High has gotten to a high level, right? But Ozumba and Badiwe, it's going. It's a hot record. It was hot when it came out, and it feels like it's sort of
the likes of Zazuke.
Exactly. But then a record this good is going to come back up again.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen with this record.
All right.
All right, guys, so let's check out this record. On the number 9 spot, we have Ricardo Banks with Ozumba Mbadiwe. They should definitely do a mix of send me your location and I'll be on Ozumba Mbadiwe. Yeah.
Also,
should do that.
So that's a Ricardo Banks and Burna Boy collaboration, by the way.
But this one, you've got to go and solve African Giants. I beg. All right, unless it's like fights. Not say send me a location. Not say I'll be on Ozumba Mbadiwe. That's the mixtape. All right, guys, moving on swiftly on our countdown. We are at the number 8 spot, and this one is held by Adekunle Gold featuring Davido with High. All right, this video has spent 13 weeks on the countdown, and it peaked at number 1 for 2 weeks. What do you think about this collaboration? Because Adekunle Gold, Davido, I wouldn't have thought about it.
So the Oriente Adekunle Gold.
True, Shadi. Yeah, true. OJ! True, Shadi.
Wow.
Yeah, Adekunle.
Adekunle Gold is pop now, guys.
Yes, he is.
Pop now, Mr.
Who
Pop.
feels music?
First is first, you guys should not try Davido on EDM and house records.
Yeah.
True.
Lockdown.
He goes crazy on those records. But the first time I heard this record, that didn't come out. When Adekunle Gold sent me, I dragged my feet a bit because I wasn't sure. Then, like a day before it came out, I picked up my phone and called my guy, Excel, that guy. I think this record is going right in. Sometimes you need to hear it again. The parts where I really knew that I was going to go in was the video. And then it was like, wake up and just that. This is a fantastic record. Adekunle Gold. I mean, a lot of people were not convinced at the start of the year about him. It is what it is. And Sinner, even though Sinner now, when you look back at the year, Sinner was a huge record. Or it's grown into a huge record. But now, everybody can overlook High. It's a smash hit.
Very true.
The numbers are crazy across board. Like, the record dropped in Q3 or Q4. Apple Music Top 20 for the year it was there. That's crazy. That is crazy. And
then it's crazy. It's also crazy that you mentioned Davido's verse, because 2 days ago I was having a conversation with 2 people about this song, and I was raving about Davido's verse, describing everything that has to do with the title of the song. So the thing with Davido is when you feature Davido on your song, he explains everything. So if you're the type of person that doesn't listen to lyrics, when you listen to some particular songs that some artists are on, you miss a lot.
What lyrics? Wake up and jumpstart.
No. OJ. Let's explain what is happening for this party.
You don't understand. Don't go there.
Let's go and check this out.
Alright, guys, at number 8 we have Adekunle Gold featuring Davido with High.
Yeah, we're still doing a recap of the biggest songs on the E-Splash Top 10 Countdown for the year 2021. And of course, amazing songs. Number 8 right there, Adekunle Gold and Davido, High.
What?
Because time I listen to that part, like, I won't chop or acid. Anyway, moving on. Our number 7 song, biggest songs of the year 2021. We have Fireboy DML with this one titled Peru. And of course, Peru spent 13 weeks on the chart and of course peaked at number 2. And there's a new one right now with Ed Sheeran, which is doing great numbers. What do you think about this?
Before I go to this, I want to speak on High a little bit. I want to talk...
Okay, don't spoil it for me. Please.
I want to give a shout out to Fields. Even though it was kind of quiet this year, he still managed that. It's crazy, right? But let's go back to Peru. Peru is possibly Fireboy's biggest song here.
Yeah?
Yeah. Biggest single, yes.
For the year in general?
In general. Do you know why? Because as big as Jealous was, his biggest song that year was Scatter. What's the title?
Party Scatter.
It was. Numbers, everything. It was Party Scatter. But Party Scatter was like a ripple in time. The soundtrack dated to December, moved into the start of the year a bit, and just sort of slowed down. It wasn't exactly that huge. But the numbers were crazy because it's Fireboy. But then, this record...
Even the Peru government, they put up something on social media.
We think our country inspired their new song. There was even this TikTok challenge I jumped on. What is the capital of Peru?
Para.
Para.
San Francisco jamming.
Yes, that one
too. Exactly.
That one
so you didn't hear...
What did you hear? Jamming.
What did you hear? What did you first hear?
Bro, the agenda that I'm pushing is Germany. That's my own agenda. That's my own agenda.
But how you be San Francisco and Germany if you're not at the border?
If you like, no film. You got film.
I know they do.
It's an amazing song, right?
Amazing song. It showcased everything that people hadn't seen about Fireboy before. Like before, you guys. So this year was transitional for a lot of the 2019 generation. People at 2019 guys. Now you stop listening to them talking about love, maybe personality a bit. They're getting wilder. They're talking about women in a particular place. They're growing up. They're experiencing things. Like you can hear Jobo talking about sip and alcohol now. He was talking about the doctor that he was with on his former album. Now Fireboy is here. This record had cultural impact on him. Bro, everybody was there. Afa Sule did a remix to
Yeah.
There was a Tolibian version that went nuclear. There was a Buju version that went nuclear. Even though I think Tolibian... Anyway, let's move on.
And then another thing I liked about the song, Peru, is the fact that every song had an official video. But Fireboy is like, he won't give them video, he won't give us video. And they just decided to do something smart. They did a video collage of his fun moments. And that even got more views than some official videos he had done in the past. And still counting.
What sort of video would you shoot to Peru, if not that?
It's Peru Para. It's Peru Para.
It was a freestyle. The story behind the record is so random. Right? It's... And she's... Come on, she's... What else do you want to say about she's... Right? Fireboy... Like, everybody knows Fireboy is a premium talent. You know. He can write, but this time he just went in, did his thing, and came out. And it's turning out to be a nuclear record. Now, the Ed Sheeran version is probably going to be, a lot of people think it's going to be an international thing. It might be, but it's probably going to be a gateway. I don't think it's going to be it for now. But numbers-wise, it's going to be crazy.
Dear YBNL peoples, that's Olamide and the likes, I still want Fireboy, Peruzzi, and Wandeko, by the way. Number 7, ladies and gentlemen, Fireboy, DML, Peru. Number 7 song, the biggest songs of the year. Let's go.
All right, welcome back to the show. It's still the E-Splash Top 10 Countdown. And right now we're at the number 6 spot, and the song occupying that is Tiwa Savage featuring Brandy with Somebody's Son. You know, this video has actually spent 11 weeks on the chart, and it peaked at number 1 for 3 consecutive weeks. So I'm just going to leave our guests to talk about it.
First is first, fantastic video. That video was gorgeous. I'm not sure. If I would rank Somebody's Son, I'll probably rank it at... If I'm going to do a list of the top 10 Nigerian records songs of the year, probably at 11, 12-ish. Maybe not my top 10. And still, it doesn't mean it's a bad record. It doesn't mean it performed badly. It's just not in the top 10. But another thing is, I think one of the biggest problems why I didn't exactly transcend is because Brandy was on it. Brandy is an elite artist, right? Brandy is a legend, R&B legend. She's Tiwa Savage's idol. Brandy will always give you A1 music. Even B7, her last album, was fantastic. But right now, what I'm thinking is someone younger, maybe?
Like
someone, I don't know. I feel like this song required, if this song had like an African coin as well, alongside Tiwa Savage, I feel like it could have really gone nuclear. Like this should have been, this is an anthem.
There was that viral, everybody doing it.
Yeah, it did, but bro, imagine if this was like Yemi Alade or Becca or whoever.
Victoria Kimani, they are fighting.
No.
Shay.
We are talking about, maybe Shay. We are talking about people that will elevate the record.
Okay.
You know?
Wow. Okay, so on that note, let's just check out this video. At number 6, we have Tiwa Savage featuring Brandy with a song titled Somebody's Son.
Somebody's son, go find me one.
Alright, so all of you waiting for somebody's son to find you. I wish you all the absolute
Answer your
best.
DMs.
Leave me, what Jay? What's the problem? Somebody enter and say I'm the whiskey in your DMs. For what? Doing what? That's what?
So how did that conversation go?
Somebody's son, go find me.
Oh, you even went on a date?
Which? No, she'll give us the gist after. Let her not cast herself. Yes. It's all right. I went on a date. Oh, today's date.
Wow.
Okay, moving on swiftly to I can't believe it. All right, moving on swiftly to the number 5 spot. We have Rexy and Mobad with KPK. This video spent 11 weeks on the countdown, and it peaked at number 2. And we are, what is this dance happening? It's like,
Jam.
Yeah.
See, I must say, I've not seen him dance to any song on the countdown.
Okay.
So please, I'm ready to listen
actually
to it.
very interested.
See, you were as well elitist. That's why you don't. That's why you don't understand.
So fresh to death.
See, the problem with this record, the only problem that this record had was there was no Death to December last year.
Yeah.
If you had Death to December last year, this record would have been the killing them of this year.
Wow.
Like, this record was... Rexy, Mobad is a rapper that his voice is unique.
Yeah.
He's a rapper, but when he sings records like Father Abraham or the last single that I dropped, Backside, I can't explain what it is about this record. It's not the slang, it's not the KPK thing, it's not it's just a beautiful record. Everybody wants to listen to this record. Either you're a doctor, either you're a weed smoker in motion, either you're a teacher in Akure. Whatever you are, you want to enjoy music like this. You know, what are you saying? Look at your face.
And of course, the KPK slang, slang was everywhere.
Well, you don't like it?
OPG.
No, I like it. I actually really like it.
You are surprised at my reaction. I mean.
No, I'm not. It was this is the first song you're dancing to on the countdown. That's why I'm shocked.
That is a beautiful record.
Okay, let's let you enjoy it a little bit more. All right, this is Mobad and Rexy with KPK.
Yes, sir. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. In case you're just tuning in, we are doing a recap of the biggest songs of the year 2021, and of course, songs that charted on the E-Splash Top 10 Countdown. And of course, we have music journalist right here, critic, analyst, host of Facts Only, and of course, writer Mutolani Alake in the building, breaking down everything.
No, they wash me.
Our number 4 song on the countdown, biggest songs of the year 2021 from the E-Splash Top 10 Countdown, we have Ira Star, and this one is titled Bloody Samaritan. This video spent 14 weeks on the charts, and it peaked at number 1 for 4 weeks. What do you think about this?
First thing that comes, 2 things come to my mind when I think about this record. Number 1, shout out to Maven for the incredible work they did to get this record through. But the second thing is it's such a conundrum because when you listen to Ira Star's album, personally, for me, that's the album of the year.
19 and Dangerous?
Yeah. Personally.
Sorry, of the, did you say
album
year?
Of the year? Yeah, Nigerian album of the year.
Good.
When you think about the country this year, everybody, they were all dropping EPs.
EPs, yeah.
This is a girl that dropped an EP, dropped an album, and there's 14 tracks, all beautiful records, right? And the wildest thing about this album is that all great records, including this record, but it's the least great record on the album.
Yeah, the one with CK Massive.
That's the thing. Like when you look at the record, even if I were to select a single, I probably might have picked this. I would have picked maybe Beggy Beggy or Fashion Killer.
Fashion Killer, yeah, sure.
But this record, really good, social media moments, and then the official out version. I would like a video with that. Don't like Killer. What is that? I don't have the choir.
Yeah, the choir
I
one.
would like them to do a video or something with that version. That is such a beautiful version. And shout out to Ira Star.
Yeah.
That girl is going to be a super duper star. Do you know why?
Why?
I saw that girl on the Apple Music. She did something for Apple Music when she launched. And That guy has poise. You don't understand? Like poise, personality. You can't buy that. You can't teach it. Amazing. That guy's going to be a star. Amazing. Forget it.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 4, one of the biggest songs of the year 2021 on the East Splash Top 10 Countdown. Ira Star, and this one is titled, Well, Samaritan.
I'm feeling vibes on vibes. I'm a ticking dynamite.
As I Star made somebody call their mother vibe killer. This.
Wait, what?
But that boy for don't chop slap. Oh. Yeah. You want to say not whether it's not go out and or something. Like, people have even used it for videos and different things. Man, really amazing record. I jumped on the challenge because I enjoyed it. But I did not climb tanko. I did not climb cow. All right, so now we have the song on number 3 spot, which is DJ KY's featuring Fino on the Highway. Yeah, the title is Highway. I know this video actually spent 15 weeks on the chart. It peaked at number 1 for 7 weeks. So, Matalani, take us to the highway and let's know what's happening. What's the traffic situation like? What's the traffic situation?
It's Lagos in December, bro. That's film. This record was, I didn't think it was going to succeed.
You didn't think that what?
I didn't think it was going to succeed.
At the beginning?
When I heard it,
okay.
I wasn't convinced. But I'm glad to say that I was wrong. I didn't think so but when I knew it was going to enter was January 1, Sydney Talker's video. And the way the video went crazy within 6 hours, I'm like,
This
was a master stroke. It's going to enter. But shout out to DJ KY's. I feel like people don't know his story. That guy has been grinding. He's just like 27 or 28.
Yeah.
But that guy has been grinding from Alaba.
Yeah.
So
Selling
he understands.
CDs.
He understands the keys to marketing a record in Nigeria, and it's still DJing, putting people on. The hype man culture is a part of it as well. Yeah. Like this record, it's gotten to a point where artists want to give him records because they know that he can push a record through.
Very true.
And shout out to Fino. It's Fino's 12th year this year.
Yeah.
He's an OG, he's a veteran now, but he still has a hit record. Bro, that's not easy. It's not easy. You have to give him that. You have to give him that. This was a big record, man. Shout out to them.
Yeah.
Shout out to them. But they're my piano thing. You guys chill on that shit.
We should. You think Nigeria should stop a bit?
Chill, not stop, but chill, bro. Especially the lock drum.
Yeah.
Anytime I go anywhere, it's calm down. Calm down. B record, bro. I'm
not out of this room yet. Okay, as all of you are finding your own cool sound, let's go and check out this record at number 3. We have DJ KY's featuring Fino with Highway. Let's go to the Highway.
The highway. KY is the highway. Omaka Highway. Omaka Highway. Shalom na Highway. Shalom na Highway.
Welcome back to the show where we are still counting down 2021 biggest songs on the East Splash Top 10 Countdown.
Yes, sir.
If you're just joining us, you've missed a lot because we are now at the number 2 spot, all right? And this spot is held by Ladipo featuring Buju. Buju and his drama this year, and this is called Feelings. All right, so this video spent 18 weeks on the countdown, and to be very honest, I absolutely love it, regardless of the fact that the artist himself stressed us this entire time. It peaked at number 1 for 7 weeks. What do you think about
the countdown?
First is first. I want to talk about Fino and Igbo. I want to learn how to speak Igbo.
Well, do you have the money to spend?
Bro, I would do.
When you learn the language.
It's bundle.
Let's go back.
Okay, better.
Let's go back. This record, I'm just going to go straight to. I don't think it should be this high on the list.
Why?
I think this probably should be a number 4, maybe.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, no, Buju has said is the only person that can sing in the
Man, shout out to Buju. Buju's on the run, bro. He's on the run. But it was a huge record, but it felt like it went high in the moment. But it didn't have the staying power to be at that height or the zenith for too long.
Yeah.
Maybe a record like Bounce or Highway were there for a while. I just don't think so. But it was still a big record, but I don't think it should have been this high. But the most important thing is, for Nigerian hip-hop this year, Nigerian rappers especially, it feels like Ladipo is giving some sort of hit formula. We are back to like 2009, 2010 again. The rap song format that works, that used to work.
Singing.
Exactly. A rapper and a singer jumping on a record together and doing a madness. So Going forward, we're going to see a lot of this, especially with what Vector did this year as well. Early Moment, which was a big record. I think it's Nigeria Sleeper Hit of the year. And it was sort of like the springboard for Buju. Would I be wrong if I said that? No, I don't think I would be. For the year that Buju had, I felt like feeling had to happen.
Just took him to
feeling had to happen. And then everybody wanted to work with him, and then he kept on killing everything. But I don't think it should have been this high on the
but sadly, it spent 18 weeks on the charts, peaked at #1 for 7 weeks. So it's the E-Splash Top 10 Countdown.
Come and beat me.
Send me your location. All right, guys, at the #2 spot, we have Ladipo featuring Buju with Feeling.
Ladies and gentlemen, one of the biggest songs of the year 2021 on the E-Splash Top 10 Countdown. Ladipo right there, Buju, Feeling. I think Ladipo has the formula right now. He did it with Simi, did with Buju, did with Fireboy, DML. Some people might not agree. But anyways, before we check out our #1 song, the biggest song of the year 2021 on the E-Splash Top 10 Countdown, some people might not agree with the biggest songs that we have on the countdown. So, Motolani Alake, critic, music journalist, from Pulse NG.
I'm dragging you people.
Give us your worthy mentions.
Bro, why is Mona Lisa not on this list?
Majo, Mona Lisa.
Hey, God.
Majo.
Bounce.
I mean, it was on the countdown.
It was on the countdown, but biggest songs of the year.
Bro!
Sorry.
Those are literally top 3 records.
Sorry to interrupt you. For those who do not know who sang, please mention the name
Mona
of the
Lisa
artist.
by Loje. And Bounce by Ruga. At least those two.
Why do you think so?
Bro, for a lot of people, Ruga's, Loje's Mona Lisa is the song of the year. For a lot of people, Bounce is the song of the year. And I can't argue, because we can't go by streaming. How many people are streaming music in Nigeria? How many people are premium music streamers in Nigeria? YouTube is the biggest platform that we have. But at the same time, you can't expect Loje to have bigger numbers than Wizkid. It's unlikely. So you can't judge them by numbers exactly. But the staying power that that record has had, you need to go to events where this guy is performing the records. And the fact that he's honing his skills as a performer, so he's getting there. That record was a monster hit this year. Bounce. Bro, have you seen Girls?
I love what I was saying, by the way.
Have you seen Girls? What do you guys do when Bounce comes on? And when Girls...
What do you guys do?
What do we do?
Start whining, bro.
We dance.
So those are what you mentioned.
Those two at least. I'm not going to go further. My song of the year, I'm not sure I can mention it on this platform.
Mention it with your chest.
For me, Naramali, that's the song of the year.
Okay.
Really?
You said
with
that's my
Busiswa?
song of the year.
Why?
Okay, don't
My
worry.
personal song of the year.
Why?
Okay.
Now, see, I had a conversation with a friend in like May this year. The person was telling me that this record has entered. I'm like, yeah, it has entered, but I'm not sure it's in the conversation yet. But the person said, okay, get outside Lagos. So on June 12th, my cousin got married in Ado-Ekiti. I went to Ado-Ekiti, and believe me, everywhere that record came on, everybody was going crazy. I'm not joking, bro. Then my sister's introduction was in August in Akure. Bro, I went across Akure, Sotin, the hotel in Japan. I went everywhere. Coming,
That's
bro.
strange.
It's a crazy record. It's huge. And the fact that, for obvious reasons, MPC are all able to play. So it still did those. It still performed that great. I think
that's your song of the year.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay. But sadly, ladies and gentlemen,
wow.
It's the E-Splash Top 10 Countdown. In case y'all don't know, the #1 song on the charts for this year, 2021. Yes, it's Wizkid featuring Thames, and this one is titled SS. Guys, this video spent 23 weeks. 23 weeks on the chart. And it peaked at #1 for 6 weeks. Motolani, what do you think?
The record is a bit of a conundrum for a lot of people. For one, a lot of people are going to say it wasn't big here, but the thing is, it was big here. It just wasn't like a pop record that could be slammed in clubs for you to feel that it was a huge record. But at the same time, would I rank it as a top 10 big record in Nigeria this year? No, I wouldn't.
Now you know. Ladies and gentlemen, Motolani Alake, and of course I did this alongside Dala Oruwari, and of course Lady Cat. My name is OJ. The biggest song of the year 2021 on the East Flash Top 10 Countdown, Wizkid featuring Thames, and this one is titled Essence. Thank you very much for coming, Motolani.